The Secretary will please call the roll.
Roll call of members. The Honorable Senator Aquino, Senator Cayetano Alan, Senator Cayetano Pia, Senator De La Rosa, Senator Ejercito, Senator Escudero, Senator Estrada, Senator Gatchalian, Senator Go, Senator Hontiveros, Senator Lacson, Senator Lapid, Senator Ligarda, Senator Marcoleta, Senator Marcos, Senator Padilla, Senator Pangilinan, Senator Tulfo Erwin, Senator Tulfo Rafi, Senator Villanueva, Senator Villar Camil, Senator Villar Mark, Senator Subiri. The Senate President is present.
With 21 senators present, the chair declares the presence of a quorum. Majority Leader.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Mr. President, I move that we dispense with the reading of the Journal of the 55th session, Wednesday, March 11, 2026, and consider the same as approved. I so move.
Any objection? Chair hears none. The motion is approved. The journal is approved.
Mr. President, we'd just like to greet a very happy birthday to distinguished colleague, Senator Rafi Tulfo, who celebrated his birthday March 12. Mr. President.
Yes, our birthday greetings to Senator Rafi Tulfo.
Thank you, Mr.
Happy
President.
birthday, sir.
Mr. President, we ask for a minute suspension so that our colleagues can greet him, Mr. President.
Session suspended. The Majority Leader, would you like to take advantage of the
Thank you very much, Mr.
members
President. Maybe we
present?
can ask our colleagues to settle down a bit. Yeah, thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, we have a number of visitors in the Senate here today, starting with barangay officials from Barangay Laturan, Libuna, Bukidnon. Oh, that's from my neck of the woods, led by Barangay Captain Lini Cabardo. Also, guest of Senator Kiko Pangilinan, Malik Diof, and Coach Ryan Gregorio is here. We're approving on third reading bill granting Malik Diof citizenship today. Is she here? I'm sure Senator Estrada will no longer ask her if she has a boyfriend or not.
All right.
Mr. President, we also have my guests from, Cor Jesu College, headed by Mayor June Ray de Quina. We also have with us, that's it, Mr. President. Thank you. So we recognize them all, Mr. President, for all the guests that are here. Thank you. Oh, yes. May we recognize Senator Lauren Legarda, Mr. President.
Before that, we recognize the DBM secretary. Is it?
Yes, my apologies.
Yes,
I
Secretary-
think our staff in front
Secretary
do not
Toledo.
recognize this gentleman with pleasing personality, Mr. President, and striking features. Our Secretary of the DBM, Secretary Toledo. Sir, thank you for
All
coming.
right, thank you.
Secretary.
I saw him from afar because I need something from him. Just joke.
Thank you, Mr.
Senator
President.
Loren Legarda is recognized.
Yes, Mr. President. Before anything else, I wanted to extend, and I'm sure our colleagues would want to share this with me, our warmest congratulations to our majority leader. Maybe not everyone knows that Senator Mig Subiri, he received the National Book Award in the profession category during the 43rd National Book Awards held the other day, March 14, at the Mega Trade Hall. The award, conferred by the National Book Development Board and the Filipino Critics Circle, recognizes our majority leader's work, the book Road to Peace, Crafting the Bangsamoro Organic Law. This work captures an important chapter in our nation's history and offers valuable insights into the legislative and political process that helped bring lasting peace and governance to the Bangsamoro. Beyond being a distinguished legislator, Senator Subiri has demonstrated through this work a deep commitment to documenting the difficult yet meaningful journey towards peace in Mindanao. The book stands as testament to the power of dialogue, perseverance, and principled leadership in advancing national unity and reconciliation. And I believe that this recognition not only honors his contribution to literature and to public service, but reminds us of the importance of preserving the stories behind the laws that shape our country. This is an interesting work that could probably inspire all of us to write the anecdotes, the backstories, the inside stories of the work behind every bill and legislation. So once again, we're proud of you, our dear brother, our majority leader, former Senate President, a esteemed gentleman from Mindanao, Senator Mig Subiri, on this well-deserved recognition. Congratulations.
Thank you very Maraming salamat po, Mr. President. Thank you very much to my dear colleagues. Mr. President, I just want to
Yes,
put on record that the award that I got this weekend, I share it with all of you.
Thank you.
Because you were the Senate President, Mr. President, when we passed the Bangsamoro Organic Law.
Yeah.
All of the members here that were in the that was in the 17th Congress, I believe,
18th.
18th Congress, were instrumental. For example, our Senate President pro tempore, Senator Ping Lacson, helped me a lot in crafting the provisions on the peace and order, yung public order and security portion of the BOL, especially yung pagbibigay, kasi gusto po nila ng independent police force, hindi po tayo pumayag. Being the former chief PNP, I knew he stood his ground and said the police should be always centralized from the top. And we accepted all these amendments to that. Senator Frank Vilon, Senator Coco Pimentel helped me in crafting the provisions on particularly the constitutionality, the legal provisions. Senator Risa Ontivero, even Senator Chis Escudero helped us in the legal language. Senator Risa, Senator Loren, Senator JV, Senator Bam, marami, halos lahat,
And if
Mr.
you
President.
and if you recall, I
Halos
have
lahat
the biggest contribution because I changed the name.
That's correct, Mr. President. That is correct. Of the
Changed
title.
the title.
That's correct, Mr. President. And at that time, itim pa yung mga book natin noon.
Oh yeah.
Nung pinasok pa natin yan.
We
Wala pa yung
almost
pandemic.
passed a law that was unconstitutional if we did not include autonomous region of Muslim Mindanao
Yes,
in the
and
Bangsamoro.
we thank also for
Yeah.
we also thank the Supreme Court for declaring it constitutional, Mr.
Yes.
President. That's the most
So
important.
congratulations on your award.
Thank you,
You
sir.
are a true red-blooded ninja.
Salamat po, sir. Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, Mr. President, I move that we approve on third reading several measures before we take up other matters. Mr. President, I move that we approve Senate Bill number 1719 and ask the Secretary to read the title of the measure.
Yes, any objection? Hearing none, the Secretary will read the title of the measure and conduct a roll call vote for third reading on Senate Bill 1719. Please proceed.
An act declaring the month of April every year as the Philippine Veterans Month. Roll call of members. Senator Aquino, Senator Cayetano Alan, Senator Cayetano Pia, Senator De La Rosa, Senator Ejercito, Senator Escudero, Senator Estrada, Senator Gatchalian, Senator Go, Senator Hontiveros, Senator Lacson, Senator Lapid, Senator Ligarda, Senator Marcoleta, Senator Marcos, Senator Padilla, Senator Pangilinan, Senator Tulfo Erwin, Senator Tulfo Rafi, Senator Villanueva, Senator Villar Camil, Senator Villar Mark, Senator Subiri, Senate President Soto III.
With 21 affirmative votes, no negative votes, no abstention, Senate Bill 1719 is approved on third reading.
Congratulations are in order to the
Majority
sponsors
Leader.
and the authors. Mr. President, I move that we approve on third reading Senate Bill number 1908. I so move, Mr. President.
Any objection? Hearing none, consideration of Senate Bill 1908 is in order. The Secretary will read the title of the measure and conduct a roll call vote.
An act mandating law enforcement officers to use a body-worn camera during law enforcement operations, providing penalties for violations and appropriating funds for the poor. Roll call of members. Senator Aquino, Senator Cayetano Alan, Senator Cayetano Pia, Senator De La Rosa, Senator Ejercito, Senator Escudero, Senator Estrada, Senator Gatchalian, Senator Go, Senator Hontiveros, Senator Lacson, Senator Lapid, Senator Ligarda, Senator Marcoleta, Senator Marcos, Senator Padilla, Senator Pangilinan, Senator Tulfo Erwin, Senator Tulfo Rafi, Senator Villanueva, Senator Villar Camil, Senator Villar Mark, Senator Subiri,
Yes.
Senate President Soto III.
Yes. With 21 affirmative votes, no negative votes, no abstention, Senate Bill 1908 is approved on third reading.
Mr. President, I also want to put on record that all the bills that we're passing on third reading have been electronically distributed to the senators on March 13 in compliance with the three-day rule of the Constitution.
Noted.
Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you.
President. We move to approve also, Mr. President, Senate Bill number 1910. I so move.
Any objection? Hearing none, the Secretary will read the title of the measure and conduct a roll call vote for 1910.
An act providing for a free financial literacy education for overseas Filipino workers and their families. Roll call of members. Senator Aquino, Senator Cayetano Alan, Senator Cayetano Pia, Senator De La Rosa, Senator Ejercito, Senator Escudero, Senator Estrada, Senator Gatchalian, Senator Go, Senator Hontiveros, Senator Lacson, Senator Lapid, Senator Ligarda, Senator Marcoleta, Senator Marcos, Senator Padilla, Senator Pangilinan, Senator Tulfo Erwin, Senator Tulfo Rafi, Senator Villanueva, Senator Villar Camil, Senator Villar Mark, Senator Subiri,
Yes.
Senate President Soto III.
With 21 affirmative votes, no negative votes, no abstention, Senate Bill 1910 is approved on third reading. Majority Leader.
I move to approve on third reading Senate Bill number 1917, Mr. President.
Any objection? Chair hears none. Senate Bill 1917, the Secretary will read the title of the measure and conduct a roll call vote.
An act providing for protection of remittances of overseas Filipino workers. Roll call of members. Senator Aquino, Senator Cayetano Alan, Senator Cayetano Pia, Senator De La Rosa, Senator Ejercito, Senator Escudero, Senator Estrada, Senator Gatchalian, Senator Go, Senator Hontiveros, Senator Lacson, Senator Lapid, Senator Ligarda, Senator Marcoleta, Senator Marcos, Senator Padilla, Senator Pangilinan, Senator Tulfo Erwin, Senator Tulfo Rafi, Senator Villanueva, Senator Villar Camil, Senator Villar Mark, Senator Subiri, Senate President Soto III.
With 21 affirmative votes, no negative votes, no abstention, Senate Bill 1917 is approved on third reading. Majority Leader.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Mr. President, I move that we approve on third reading Senate Bill number 1937. I so move, Mr. President.
Any objection? Chair hears none. The Senate Bill 1937 is in order for third reading. The Secretary will read the title of the measure and conduct a roll call vote.
An act establishing support for public basic education schools in geographically isolated and dismantled areas and appropriating funds therefore. Roll call of members: Senator Aquino, Senator Cayetano Alan, Senator Cayetano Pia, Senator De La Rosa, Senator Ejercito, Senator Escudero, Senator Estrada, Senator Gatchalian, Senator Go, Senator Hontiveros, Senator Lacson, Senator Lapid, Senator Ligarda, Senator Marcoleta, Senator Marcos, Senator Padilla, Senator Pangilinan, Senator Tulfo Erwin, Senator Tulfo Rafi, Senator Villanueva, Senator Villar Camil, Senator Villar Mark, Senator Subiri, Senate President Soto III.
With 20 affirmative votes, no negative votes, no abstention, Senate Bill 1937 is approved on third reading.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Mr. President, before I call for the third reading of this House Bill number, may we just ask if Mr. Maudo Diouf is here on the gallery, and maybe we can ask him to stand?
Yes, he's here.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. President. We just wanted to make sure. Mr. President, I move that we approve on third reading House Bill number 6640. I so move.
Any objection? Chair hears none. House Bill 6640 is up for third reading. The Secretary will read the title of the measure. Conduct a roll call vote.
An act granting Philippine citizenship to Maudo Diouf, Senator Aquino, Senator Cayetano Alan, Senator Cayetano Pia, Senator De La Rosa, Senator Ejercito, Senator Escudero, Senator Estrada, Senator Gatchalian, Senator Go, Senator Hontiveros, Senator Lacson, Senator Lapid, Senator Ligarda, Senator Marcoleta, Senator Marcos, Senator Padilla, Senator Pangilinan, Senator Tulfo Erwin, Senator Tulfo Rafi, Senator Villanueva, Senator Villar Camil, Senator Villar Mark, Senator Subiri, Senate President Soto III.
With 20 affirmative votes, no negative votes, no abstention, House Bill 6640 is approved on third reading.
Thank you, Mr. President. May I ask for just a minute suspension to confer something with you, Mr. President?
Session suspended. Majority Leader.
Mr. President, usually by tradition, all those that we approve on citizenships are here for third reading approval. However, I believe this other personality had an emergency and had to leave at this particular time due to an emergency, Mr. President. So if the body will allow it, we can approve it on third reading because I believe there will be a very big championship coming up very soon, and she's very willing already to play for flag and country. We will just request her to come, Mr. President, on the first day of session on May 3. She has to be here at least to present herself to the members of the Senate who were not able to attend the committee hearing.
So
just to see that
presently she is abroad.
Yes, Mr. President.
All right.
Due
And,
to an emergency.
During the Commission on Appointments confirmation, we do allow that if the body allows it. So
Yes.
you may proceed.
It's just that we don't want to make it a precedent because we
It
don't
is-
want to approve
it
on
is
third
not a
reading.
precedent.
Yes. This case, it's on an emergency, Mr. President.
Yes.
And she had asked permission. So with that, I move to approve on third reading House Bill number 6641, Mr. President. So moved.
Any objection? Hearing none, House Bill 6641 is up for third reading. The Secretary will read the title of the measure. Conduct a roll call vote.
An act granting Philippine citizenship to Elizabeth Janet Means. Roll call of members. Senator Aquino, Senator Cayetano Alan, Senator Cayetano Pia, Senator De La Rosa, Senator Ejercito, Senator Escudero, Senator Estrada, Senator Gatchalian, Senator Go, Senator Hontiveros, Senator Lacson, Senator Lapid, Senator Legarda, Senator Marcoleta, Senator Marcos, Senator Padilla, Senator Pangilinan, Senator Tulfo Erwin, Senator Tulfo Rafi, Senator Villanueva, Senator Villar Camille, Senator Villar Mark, Senator Subiri,
Dalawa, di ba?
Senate President Soto III.
With 18 affirmative votes, 2 negative votes, and no abstention.
Sir, there's an abstention and there's a no vote.
One abstention. 16
And one no vote.
16 affirmative votes, 2 negative votes, and 1 abstention. House Bill 6641 is approved on third reading.
May we recognize Senator Jingo Estrada, Mr.
Senator Jingo Estrada is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just to explain my vote, Mr. President, the reason why I abstained from voting is that we should require the presence of the applicant here in the Senate. If she is really interested in acquiring Philippine citizenship, she should be present here at the gallery right now. Like the presence of Mr. Malik, I think he's very interested in acquiring Filipino citizenship. But the applicant that we are discussing, that we are deliberating right now, is absent. So that is the reason for the vote of abstention, Mr. President.
May we know the vote of Senator Villanueva?
I think he went inside, Mr. President. I think he was a negative vote, Mr.
Huh?
President.
So there are two. Let me correct the voting. Yeah, abstain. All
So
right.
abstain siya.
So there are.
Mr. President, may I, Mr. President?
Yes, go ahead, Senator.
Mr. President, just like some of our colleagues here, I feel, Mr. President, that the applicant for Filipino citizenship should be here. And considering that she's not around, Mr. President, I was opting for myself not to participate in the voting, Mr. President. But considering that I'm here now on the floor, I would register my no vote, Mr. President.
No. So it's
Yes, Mr.
tama ang
President.
bilang ko.
Thank you.
Yes, Mr. President.
He did not abstain. It's a negative vote. Padilla, Villanueva, negative.
Yes, Mr. President. And Mr.
Yeah.
President,
We cleared the records. 17 affirmative votes,
and Mr.
2
President,
negative votes, and 1 abstention. Yeah, correct.
and if I
What
may
I
be
said
allowed
was
to
correct.
explain as well, I vote yes with a heavy heart because I really, as you are and I am, we are both stickler for the rules and traditions of the Senate.
Yes.
I only note that there's going to be a championship coming up very, very soon, and the good sponsor, Senator Kiko Pangilinan, had appealed to me if we can actually dispense with that
Yes.
particular tradition. But I do it with a heavy heart, Mr. President. Kasi takot nga tayo sa mga fake na pagbibigay ng fake citizenships. So we want to make sure na they're sincere with their plan to accept Filipino citizenship. So
Yes, indeed, we understand
Yes.
the resolution or the manifestation of the gentleman. But again, because of the necessity of the hour, that is the reason that we took on the tradition also in the Commission on Appointments, where we approve, even if they're not present, if there is a valid reason. And the valid reason is she's in California because of a family
emergency.
emergency. So
Mr.
that's the
President,
reason that we took it up and took it on the floor. All right?
May we just get the commitment of the sponsor, Justice Committee Chair, as well as the coach. I believe the coach is here, that she comes to the Senate on May 3 when we start session. May 4 when we start session, Mr. President.
All right. Senator Francis Pangilinan is recognized.
Yes, Mr. President, on the condition that she appears on the first day of our session, Mr. President, we will relay. And that, for the record, Mr. President, this should not be a precedent for future citizenship applications as well as approvals on third reading, Mr. President.
All right.
Thank you.
Senator Jingo Estrada.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just one question addressed to the good gentleman from Pampangan, Quezon City.
Willingly, Mr. President.
Wasn't she informed about the invitation today?
Yes, she was informed, and that there was a family emergency, if I'm not mistaken, which required her to leave. The other concern, Mr. President, is that the SBP has said that she needs to have her passport processed by April so that she can participate in the competitions. And therefore, if we are to resume sessions in May, then her passport will not be processed in time, Mr. President.
And a little leniency because it's the first time that we are approving the citizenship of a female athlete.
That is correct, Mr. President.
So it's the first time. Why not? Ba't di pagbigyan? Di ba? And
Thank
that's
you.
what we did. That is what we did.
Thank you,
All
Mr.
right.
President.
It coincides with Women's Month, and we just had a program for the women senators, the book launching of the women senators of the Philippines, all 24 of them, from Geronima Pexon all the way to Aimee Marcos, Risa Ontiveros, Pia Cayetano, Loren Legarda, Camille Villar.
That is correct, Mr. President. And the principal author of this measure is Senator Pia Cayetano.
Yes. All right. Thank you, Majority Leader.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. As long as we have an understanding that it won't happen again,
Yes.
so that we have to make sure that all those who were seeking for citizenship must be here at least on third reading. And if they're not here, then we will defer. On the next batch, we will make sure that we will defer their approval. Thank you, Mr. President. We have several senators who wish to give their explanation of votes, starting with Senator Raffy Tulfo, our birthday boy, Mr. President. May we recognize Senator Tulfo.
Senator Raffy Tulfo is recognized.
Mr. President, and my dear colleagues, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude for your overwhelming support of Senate Bill number 1910 under Committee Report number 37. This bill, which provides free financial literacy education for overseas Filipino workers and their families, mark another significant step forward in safeguarding the well-being of our migrant workers. The approval of this bill on third reading demonstrates our unwavering commitment to supporting OFWs, not only concerning their physical health and safety, but also in protecting their hard-earned money. We all recognize that these earnings are the result of their hard work and determination abroad. Although this legislative measure may appear simple and brief, it represents a substantial advancement toward helping OFWs secure their futures. By promoting financial literacy, we enable our migrant workers to make wise monetary decisions, avoid predatory financial scams, invest wisely, and build financial security for themselves and their families. And with the passage of Senator Joel's OFW Remittance Protection Act, makakasiguro ang ating mga kababayang OFWs na mas lalo pang mapangalagaan ang kanilang pera na bunga ng kanilang di mapantayang dugo, pawis at sakripisyo. Mr. President, dear colleagues, again, thank you so very much for supporting this bill. May we continue to reciprocate the sacrifices made by our OFWs. Good afternoon. Thank you again, Mr. President.
The Majority Leader, I understand you wanted to call a caucus.
Yes,
after,
Mr. President, we just have a couple of other members who wish
All
to
right.
explain their vote. But may I just remind our dear colleagues, after this, we'll have an all-member caucus. We can suspend for a few minutes to discuss very important priority measures, Mr. President.
As requested by Senator Pia Cayetano.
That's correct, Mr. President. Mr. President, I move that we recognize Senator Joel Villanueva for his explanation.
Senator Joel Villanueva is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you to our dear Majority Leader. Mr. President, may I just insert into the records some of the bills that I wanted to explain my vote. But for the meantime, Mr. President, may I just manifest my vote on SBN 1917. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, the measure we have just approved on third and final reading is rooted in a simple but profound objective to do what is good for our fellow Filipinos, particularly for the millions of overseas Filipino workers whose sacrifices sustain countless families and contribute significantly to the progress of our nation. With the passage of Senate Bill number 1917, or the Overseas Filipino Workers Remittance Protection Act, this chamber has taken a meaningful step towards safeguarding and hard-earned remittances of our migrant workers and ensuring that the fruits of their labor reach their loved ones fairly and transparently. Ginoong Pangulo, sa gitna po ng patuloy na tensyon at sigalot sa gitnang silangan, kung saan marami sa ating mga OFW ang nagtatrabaho, napapanahon na po ang pagpasa ng panukalang ito sapagkat pinapatibay nito ang ating pangako at tungkuling pangalagaan ang bunga ng kanilang sakripisyo at tiyakin na makarating ng buo sa kanilang mga pamilya ang kanilang pinaghirapang kita. This bill introduces important safeguards. It ensures reasonable oversight on remittance fees and services, requires transparency in exchange rates and related charges, and strengthens financial literacy programs for OFWs and their families so that their hard-earned income can translate into long-term financial security and sustainable livelihood. Mr. President, at this point, please allow me to express my sincerest thanks to the members of this august chamber for their support and cooperation in the passage of this measure. We would especially like to thank Senate President Tito Soto for his valuable refinements to the bill, which will help ensure that the benefits of this legislation are immediately felt by our OFWs and their families. We'd like to thank again our fellow authors, Senators Camille Villar, Jinggoy Estrada, Rafi Tulfo, JV Ejercito, Mark Villar, and Kiko Pangilinan. We also thank the agencies and stakeholders who shared their expertise during the deliberations, particularly BSP, DOF, DMW, OWA, and the many organizations advocating for the welfare of our OFWs. Ginoong Pangulo, sa araw po na ito, muli nating pinatunayan na ang Senado ay nagkakaisa sa layuning protektahan ang kapakanan ng ating mga kababayan, lalo na po ang ating mga bagong bayaning patuloy na nagsusumikap sa ibang bansa para sa kanilang mga pamilya at para sa ating inang bayan. The passage of this bill brings us one step closer to a more just and protective system for our OFWs. Yet it is also a reminder of our continuing responsibility to create opportunities here at home so that one day, no Filipino will be compelled to leave the country in search of livelihood. Hanggang sa araw po na iyon, mananatili po ang ating tungkuling pangalagaan, ang karapatan at kapakanan ng ating mga kababayang kumakayod sa ibayong dagat. Muli, Ginoong Pangulo, maraming salamat at pagpalain tayong lahat ng ating Panginoong Diyos.
Majority Leader.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Next to also explain his vote is our distinguished colleague, Senator J.V. Ejercito.
Senator J.B. Ejercito is recognized.
Mr. President, Magandang hapon po. Sa pagpasa sa third reading ng Senate Bill number 1908, pinapakita natin ang ating kolektibong mitiin na bumabalangkas ng balanseng mga mekanismo upang pareho maprotektahan ang kapakanan at karapatan ng mga sibilyan at magbibigay rin ng malinaw at makatarungang panuntunan para sa ating mga alagad na batas sa pagsagawa ng kanilang mga tungkulin. This bill is a product of our collective efforts to strengthen transparency and accountability in legitimate law enforcement operations. Civilians will be protected from alleged irregularities in raids, and while law enforcers will not be accused of corruption and tampering. Sa paggamit ng body-worn cameras, maalis ang pagdududa laban sa ating kapulisan kasabay ang pangangalaga sa karapatang pantao ng ating mga mamamayan. Sa bawat operasyon ng ating kapulisan, may body-worn camera na magsisilbing saksi sa lahat ng mga pangyayari. Ngunit hindi lamang ito sa isang ordinaryong witness, kundi isang witness na impartial. Sa huli, umaasa po tayo na ang panukalang batas na ito ay magiging mahalagang hakbang tungo sa pagpapalakas ng tiwala ng publiko sa ating mga institusyon at law enforcement officers at sa pagtataguyod ng isang tapat na sistema. Maraming salamat po, Mr. President.
Thank you. Majority Leader.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. May we recognize once again Senator Rafi?
Senator Rapi Tulfo, yes.
Mr. President, my dear colleagues, I vote yes on this measure requiring the use of body-worn cameras by our law enforcement officers during law enforcement operations. Simple lamang po ang layunin ng panukalang ito: truth, transparency, and accountability. Sa dami ng mga insidenteng nagsumbong na po sa aking programa, mga arrest operations na may aligasyon ng pang-abuso, mga search na kinikwestiyon ng proseso, at mga operasyong nauwi sa banggaan ng salaysay, iisa lang po ang laging tanong ng taong bayan: ano ba talaga ang totoo at sino nagsasabi ng totoo? But by requiring officers to wear body-worn cameras while conducting official operations such as arrest, searches, service of warrants, entrapment and bypass operations, hot pursuit operations, and other enforcement activities, ginagarantiya po natin na may recording ang mga galaw ng parehong mga sospek at kapulisan na pwedeng i-review kung may kinakailangan. Hindi po ito laban sa kapulisan. In fact, this is as much a protection of our police officers as it is for the public. Marami po tayong matitinong pulis na nadadamay sa maling paratang. With a functioning body-worn camera, there will be an objective record of events. Hindi na ito magiging he said, she said, because the footage will speak for itself. In short, may resibo na po. The use of body-worn cameras is a very basic solution, but it's very effective for law enforcement and public accountability. Kasi nga po, nagkaroon na tayo ng resibo. Ito ang kailangan natin sa ating mga ahensya sa gobyerno, lalong-lalo na sa ating mga law enforcement agencies. The footage can serve as credible evidence that they perform their duties properly and within the bounds of the law. Ang body-worn cameras ay magsisilbing impartial witness sa bawat operasyon. Walang kinikilingan, walang binabago. Sa ganitong paraan, napapalakas natin yung tiwala ng publiko sa mga ating law enforcement agencies habang napoprotektahan din ang karapatan ng lahat. Mr. President, the passage of this measure will build greater trust between the public and our law enforcement institutions. Transparency strengthens accountability, and accountability strengthens public confidence. I would like to thank the principal sponsor of this measure, Senator J.V. Ejercito, for fast-tracking the passage of this measure. Senator J.V. Ejercito, I share the same advocacy of promoting truth, transparency, and accountability in law enforcement. Mr. President, it is with pride that I cast my vote yes. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Mr. President, next to explain his vote, her vote rather, is Senator Lauren Legarda.
Senator Lauren Legarda is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. I vote yes on Senate Bill 1937, the GIDA Schools Act. As principal author of this measure, which institutionalizes support for public basic education schools in geographically isolated and disadvantaged areas, I respectfully seek the permission of the sponsor, Senator Bam Aquino, to be made a co-sponsor thereof. Education is a fundamental right and a powerful equalizer. For many Filipino children living in geographically isolated and disadvantaged areas, access to quality education remains constrained by distance, inadequate infrastructure, and limited public service. No child should be denied learning opportunities simply because of geography. This measure addresses these persistent barriers by strengthening support for public basic education schools in geographically isolated and disadvantaged areas, ensuring that learners in remote and marginalized communities are provided with accessible, safe, and adequate school facilities. It mandates the establishment of GIDA schools where needed, provides clear indicators for identifying communities facing significant educational access challenges. The bill strengthens planning and coordination through the development of a national GIDA schools mapping system, which will guide infrastructure planning, resource allocation, policy interventions for underserved communities. By institutionalizing support systems for GIDA schools, this measure advances our commitment to inclusive and equitable education for all Filipinos. I thank the good sponsor, Senator Bam Aquino, for making this a priority. Thank you for hearing it soonest and for sponsoring it last week. I apologize, I was not able to read my co-sponsorship because I was on sick leave last week. I would just like to put on record as well. Remember, I'm sure you've seen it online, the video of children walking through the side of a mountain where there was a mud flow by a river somewhere in Cebu. I hope that these bills and policies don't end up just ink on paper, but that particular GIDA school in that barangay in Cebu is addressed immediately. It may not have been in the GAA 2026 budget, but I'm certain that the DepEd has some funds which can be used and that the DPWH or perhaps the DBM Secretary said the LGSF can address that issue. It's something that went viral, then what? This is a GIDA school policy. It will take time before we put our words into action. But we have the GAA 2026, naka-FLR pa yata lahat, pero sana yung LGSF ay mabigay sa particular school na yon at marami pa pong gaya noon sa iba't ibang lugar. Thank you, Mr. President.
Majority Leader.
Thank you. And I also conferred with Senator Bam Aquino. He gladly accepts the co-sponsorship request of our distinguished colleague. And the timing is perfect because we have also the Secretary of DBM here with us today, Mr. President. I hope that they prioritize these last mile schools, but it's a different name now. I believe Senator Bam called them. What is the geographically isolated and disadvantaged areas? GIDA or GIDA, Mr. President.
Whatever.
Yes, whatever name, it's the same name.
It's just like finance and finance. You know, Senator
correct,
Enrile
President.
pronounces it as finance. I pronounce it as finance.
Yes.
Now, when I checked Webster, the American pronunciation is finance, but the British pronunciation is finance.
Yes, Mr. President.
Yeah, so we're both right.
It's like tomato and tomato. Tomato and tomato. Anyway, it's all the same one. It's all the
Senator
same.
Francis Pangilinan is recognized.
But I believe, Mr. President, whether it is British or American, it is both isolated. Neither British or American pronunciation would be isolated.
Correct.
Isolated.
You are absolutely right.
Thank you, Mr. President. Next to explain their vote, Mr. President, Senator Mark Villar.
Senator Mark Villar is recognized.
Mr. President, I rise to explain my yes vote on Senate Bill number 1908, or the Law Enforcement Body-Worn Camera Act. Body-worn cameras have been an integral part of law enforcement in other countries. It has been an effective deterrent against police abuse in other countries and is instrumental in the speedy resolution of cases. Mr. President, this bill is also timely and responsive in the midst of the hyper-digital era, where every occurrence from a simple traffic incident to a legitimate police operation are captured and documented by camera-enabled devices. How about the other side of the coin? Mr. President, this is where we have to tread cautiously but firmly the lines of effective law enforcement, data privacy, and human rights concerns. I personally witnessed the efficiency of our PNP when I visited their Quezon City headquarters 3 years ago. During my visit, sinubukan po natin ang response time ng PNP sa mga krimen. Pumili po tayo ng isang remote area sa Quezon City na rerespondehan ng ating kapulisan. Within 5 minutes, nakarating na po ang deployed forces ng PNP. This kind of law enforcement response is what we are envisioning with the implementation of body-worn cameras. Kaakibat ng mabilis na responde ng PNP, makapagbibigay ang body-worn cameras ng complementary at supplementary support sa kanilang operations. On the same note, ang pagpapasa sa batas na ito ay isang proteksyon ng human rights sa bansa. Hindi lang ng publiko kundi para rin sa lahat ng involved sa operations dahil recorded po ang bawat galaw ng ating kapulisan. Mas mapapaigting ang transparency at accountability ng ating kapulisan. Madadagdagan nito ang kumpiyansa ng publiko sa ating law enforcement agency at matutulungan mapababa ang krimen dahil sa mas matibay na community engagement. As such, Mr. President, I affirm my steadfast support for this bill being forwarded by our esteemed sponsor, Senator J.V. Ejercito. I share his eagerness in guaranteeing that our law enforcement will be equipped with the necessary gear to adequately accomplish their duties. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Majority Leader.
Before we suspend so that we can do our caucus, we'd just like to also recognize the gentlemen and ladies in the gallery. We have with us USEC Roger Navarro, DA Undersecretary for Operations and Agri-Fisheries Mechanization for Rural Credit. He's with us. We have also with us Deputy Administrator of the Sugar Regulatory Administration, Attorney Guillermo Tejida is with us. Is the SRA here? We have also with us Dr. Dexter Buted, Administrator of the DA Philippine Coconut Authority. Are they here?
Yes.
Okay. Please,
Okay.
acknowledge
Thank
yourself.
you.
Okay.
We
Thank you very
welcome
much, Mr.
the
President.
guests to the Senate this afternoon. Thank you for joining us.
So, Mr. President, I move to suspend
All right.
session for a few Senate minutes so that we can discuss in caucus these priority measures that these gentlemen and ladies from the executive wish us to approve, Mr. President.
All right. The session is suspended for a few Senate minutes.